All right, what is up, everybody? It is Coach Todd and Coach Danny here inside the STB locker room. Welcome to Monday Night Live, where we are making men fit again. How we doing, Coach Danny?
Doing good.
Is it warm out there?
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. I
All
think
right,
we'll be at the dirt bike track this weekend, and we got
over
some fresh vegetables in the house.
it was over 70 degrees here in Nebraska today. It was awesome. Still
Yeah,
snow on the ground, believe it or not.
we had snow on the ground the other day, and it melted. So we're sitting pretty. So
All right, introduce yourself in the chat as you come in. If you're watching it on replay, go ahead and say what's up, name, where you're from. Let's hear it. The STB Locker Room Community mission, empowering men to reclaim their energy, confidence, and focus through sustainable systems, accountability, and a brotherhood of support, helping them dominate in fitness, family, finances, faith, and fun, and becoming the unstoppable leaders they were meant to be. So, what's up, Steven, down in KC? All right, the foundation of the STB Locker Room, we live by a code, do the work, win the day, be relentless. Live by the code, it'll change your life. I promise you. Dominate 2025. That's the word for the year. We're already, Denny, think it. It's March 10th. We're already
yeah,
through 2 months, almost 2.5 months of the year. I
yeah,
feel
it's
like
good.
I feel like we're making some pretty good progress. And then there's times I'm like, man, we should be doing a lot more. Or it's just it's crazy how quickly the days seem long, but the months seem short, right? Like it's kind of crazy. So
Yeah,
tonight we're talking caffeine, the good, the bad, the ugly. All right. We're about to break down some myths and help you optimize your energy and performance. You like my energy drinks there? Kind of cute.
yeah. I tell you what, if you don't learn something off this tonight, Coach Todd will personally come wash your car wherever it is in
Yep.
the nation. So
Perfect.
you will
So
guarantee hear something new that you've never heard of. So
we're gonna hop into this. You know, the most used and abused drug in the world, caffeine.
yep.
Caffeine. 90% of adults consume caffeine daily, used for focus, energy, fat loss, and performance. But like any tool, it can be used wisely or recklessly, right?
hmm
Um, and what's up, Ryan and Dana?
We've had college kids get flagged for and the
Yeah,
root cause was too much caffeine.
right. Yeah.
Hey, I'm not taking any banned substances, and the root cause comes back to, well, you're taking 1,000, 1,200 milligrams of caffeine a day, and it's a bit much. So
So the good. All right. So there's good things about caffeine, right? So
hmm
it can be a powerful weapon in your toolbox. All right. It's a performance and focus booster. It's been proven. I mean, you can scroll through your Instagram or Facebook and you'll see other coaches or, caffeine's one of the things they say, hey, you need to take every day, right? Or, you know, be using in order to be your best self. All right. It increases dopamine and adrenaline, which equals more motivation, boosts mental focus and reaction time, and enhances physical performance by reducing perceived effort. So that's some of the good.
yep.
A little more of the good. Caffeine and fat loss, right? It can speed up metabolism and increase fat oxidation. It can help with appetite control. It's found in most fat burners for a reason. All right. If you remember hydroxycut back in the day, it was caffeine, ephedra,
Fedra.
and white willow bark, which is basically aspirin, right?
Yeah.
Like that thing, you would shred some pounds off, but when they put them together, it became somewhat potentially dangerous, right? Or it
Yeah.
was dangerous. It was killing people. So, especially if you took too much of it. So, also, when you use caffeine the right way and use it strategically, not habitually, all right, that's the key. You need to use it strategically
Yep.
and not habitually. Like most people don't even think about it. Like they'll pound 3 monsters and be like, oh, well, that's 600 milligrams of caffeine, right? Like, do we
Going
need?
around job sites, it's a badge of Hey,
Yeah.
nah, dude, I drink three of those before I even get out of bed. you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
so I wear
So,
that as a badge of honor at some days.
so you need to use it strategically, just like any other tool in a tool belt, right? Like you're not going to pull out a hammer, right, to place a window, right? Like, you're going to find something else. You're not going to use that. So, limit intake. What's up, Bill? Limit intake to 1 to 2 times per day. Morning and pre-workout are best. Okay. So, and you need to cycle off periodically to maintain sensitivity. I mean, you adapt to this stuff pretty quickly. So,
Yep.
and then pair it with hydration and electrolytes to avoid crashes. That's one
Yep.
that, I think most people don't know, right?
A
Um,
small story I'll tell you is I met Rich Froning at one point, and he had shared that his five favorite products at the time were five products filled with that filled with caffeine. And I talked to him 2 years later at a personal event, and he's up on stage, he's talking to everybody, and his five favorite products have zero caffeine. And what he had done was he had metered them back out, and the only time he really had caffeine was leading up towards his event. So he had unlocked the key as well, realizing like, hey, I mean, he got into a point where he was overdoing it, and then he became strategic about it.
hmm Perfect. Great story. So the bad, when caffeine starts controlling you, right? The tolerance and dependence trap. Your body adapts quickly, which means you need more for the same effect. So
Yeah,
that's when you start seeing, I got to drink 3 of them now to get the same effect that I got when I used to drink one, because you're not being strategic with it, right? It leads to dependency and withdrawal symptoms, headaches, fatigue, irritability. I just started the carnivore last week. Thank goodness I'd stopped caffeine probably 2 weeks prior to that. But when I did stop caffeine, and I always limit to myself to about 125 milligrams a day is all I'll typically do. When I use it, you're going to get those headaches, the fatigue and irritability for a couple days, right? When you cycle off of this stuff. What's up, Onk? Turns from a performance enhancer into a daily crutch,
yeah.
right? And that's the last thing you need. You want it to enhance your performance. You don't want it to be the crutch that's holding you back, right?
That's the ugly that people don't talk about right there.
Yeah.
They don't talk about it enough.
So caffeine, stress, and hormones. Caffeine spikes cortisol, the stress hormone. So if you're stressed out, probably not a great idea to hit something caffeinated, right? Overuse leads to adrenal fatigue, which equals constant exhaustion. Another reason that you need to cycle off of it, right? And it can disrupt sleep and recovery, even if taken earlier in the day, because it takes, like, if you take enough of it, it doesn't matter if you take it at 6 a.m. Like, your body can only get rid of so much at a time. So when you're consuming a stupid amount of it, it can still mess with your sleep and your recovery. The crash and burn cycle, right? Short-term energy boost equals long-term burnout. People chase the next fix instead of fixing their lifestyle, right? Creates erratic energy and mood swings all over the place. So that's the bad. Now let's talk about the ugly. Okay, energy drinks and pre-workouts, the hidden dangers, right? So too much caffeine plus stimulants equals dangerous heart strain. We've all heard. I've never personally witnessed, and I hope I never do, but we've all heard of people. Hey, all he took was this pre-workout, but he took 3 scoops of it instead
Yeah.
of instead of the recommended dose, and he's laying on the floor of the gym, right? And then everybody wants to blame the pre-workout or the energy drink company when it's like, well, he overdosed, right? Like, um, lots of times the energy drinks, for sure, I would say pre-workouts are not loaded with sugars, but you're getting the hey, zero sugars added. Okay, that's great, but the artificial sweeteners and all the chemicals they get. Have you ever seen Monster's list of ingredients? Like, it takes up half the page, right? Um, and can cause high blood pressure, anxiety, and digestive issues if you're constantly, overusing it. And then it's biggest sleep disruptor, right? Because we all know we need sleep, and a lot of people are like, I don't have time to sleep. Well, that could be a reason you're not losing weight. That could be a reason you're not putting on muscle, is that you're not sleeping well. Um, Caffeine blocks, you can say that word, Denny.
Adenosine.
Yeah, sleep. It's a sleep chemical, right? It
Yeah.
takes 6 to 8 hours to wear off
Adenosine.
fully. All right. Poor sleep equals low testosterone, less muscle, more fat storage. Who wants those things? That's ugly, right?
Yeah.
That's the things we're trying to stay away from. So if you're killing caffeine every single day, you're probably seeing some of these side effects, right? So how do we optimize your caffeine use for maximum results? All right. Smart caffeine strategies for peak performance. A little step by step here. Use 200 milligrams or less per dose. Okay. I like to keep mine at 125 milligrams per day. Um, so I usually only have one a day. Um, and like I said, for the last 3 weeks, I hadn't used any. Today was the first time I used caffeine. I had 100 milligram, 150 milligram brand new energy drink that my buddy has made and come up with. It was actually really good, and there's a lot less artificial stuff in it. It's really good, natural caffeine. Um, and I had it right before 2 p.m. So I'm going to see if it affects my sleep tonight. All right. So no caffeine after 2 p.m. for best sleep and recovery, because it takes 6 to 8 hours to wear off. All right. Take breaks. Take a 5 to 7 day off every month to reset your sensitivity, so it's actually doing what it's supposed to be doing, and you don't have to take more to get the same effect, right? And then hydrate and get electrolytes to counteract dehydration. Make sure you're definitely getting electrolytes. We have quite a few products now in our Set the Bar Sups lineup for hydration. We've got a recovery mix that's awesome. We got our BCA and EAA product, and we've got our Hydro Shark, which is crazy good hydration product with electrolytes.
Yeah.
So
Well, and even for instance, something like that can be used in the wrong light as well. A lot of us use it for performance in sport. I made the mistake of telling this kid I played basketball with who was going out that night. He wanted a scoop. I thought he needed it for his next basketball games, but he wanted to take a scoop before he went out because he knew he was going to be draining the electrolytes out
yeah,
of his body. I obliged, but yeah, I would say that's the ugly of that as well. But
yeah.
yeah, it's good stuff. Use it
So
all the
what?
time.
Yeah, right. So it's awesome stuff. So some natural energy alternatives. Cold showers equals natural
Mhm.
adrenaline boost. I take a cold shower every single morning.
Yep,
Morning sunlight equals, it resets your
that's a
circadian rhythm,
sleeper right there. That's a
right?
big one. It's a big one.
So, and
Three
now
days,
that,
3 days worth, and you can get right back up on track.
yep, and now that the sun's actually coming out a little bit more, it's nice. We went through this winter. What do you call it, Denny? Your winter
Haze.
haze, yeah.
I like that. I like the haze, the
Um,
fog, the numbness. Yeah.
just having proper hydration, electrolytes are going to prevent fatigue anyway, right? And then add adaptogens, ashwagandha, redola, theanine,
Mhm.
smooth energy without crashes. All right. So that was
Yeah.
a cool thing that I saw on this new energy drink. Had a lot of theanine in it, theanine in it. Um, so I enjoyed that. Right. So the final takeaways here is, control caffeine. Don't let it control you.
Yep.
Right. So choose your path. One, keep abusing caffeine. You're going to keep crashing. You're going to have more stress, bad sleep, and dependency, or use it strategically so you have more energy, more focus, and real performance, you know, enhancements. So your choice determines your results. All
Yep.
right. And so what's next? Apply this in the Unstoppable program, right? Choose your path. In Unstoppable, we focus on optimizing every part of your performance: mindset, fitness, nutrition, and habits. This is how you win. You need more than just caffeine to dominate. Let's do it the right way. So join Unstoppable for free here. I
Hmm.
literally sent out an email today. We were getting so close to our number of free people that we will have to start charging for this soon.
Yep.
Okay. Because we had a number in mind that we said, hey, in 2025, we're going to help this many people for free. And when we hit that number, then we're going to turn on the price point. Okay. So you can still do it free. There's a few spots left.
Just be the first to reach out.
Yeah.
We're going to need simple stuff, email,
Yep.
right?
www.stblockerroom.com/unstoppable, or just message either one of us. Okay.
Yeah. So,
Pretty simple.
for everybody who's out there, we have guys who are cycling off. We have guys who are cycling on, but more so cycling off. So if you're like, hey, I've been doing this, there is a pattern. There is a number we have for each and every one of you. It's a little bit different, but it's, we can help everybody. I don't care how much you've been taking of it.
So this is your time. Stop waiting. Stop making excuses. Let's make 2025 the year you level up and take control of your life. Join Unstoppable. Also, Denny, big bonus. I don't have this in here. You get the STB Carnivore 101 program absolutely free with this. That's $100 value just by itself. So,
well, if anybody's had any aches, pains, and all that to go along with that, we can also, you'll have to private message us, but we can get you that low FODMAP, which is going to help for all that inflammation that you carry around. If you follow that for 28 days, I promise you'll have half of the pain that you have through the inflammation.
I can tell
you'll have less of that gut bloat. You're going to feel like a changed person.
I can tell you, just being on carnivore for a week, the inflammation that's down in my body is crazy. So it's been pretty awesome. So the quote of the week: comfort is the enemy of progress. Get uncomfortable, get unstoppable. All right. By an unknown author. And that's what we got, man. I want to thank you guys for joining. I thought it would take longer than that.
Hey, that's good. I like short and sweet, and this is a silent one. And for anybody who's made it this far and you're like, dude, man, I don't know if I can go with that. We can cycle you back on.
Yeah.
But in order to have a healthy relationship with caffeine, we do need to wean you off in order to be able to get back to a sensible number.
Yes, sir. And we do have some great caffeine, like our high octane BCAAs. That's
what I keep around if I need a boost.
Yeah.
Actually, that's the one right there. We got a great iced tea. So but and that pairs great with the iced tea. Pairs great with the lemonade one. So
absolutely. So thanks again for joining us tonight. We're here every Monday night with a new thing. I don't know what we're coaching on next week. We'll have something good though. So remember to live by the code, do the work, win the day, be relentless, and let's go dominate the rest of this week, guys. Let's bring it in. Dominate on 3. 1, 2, 3. Dominate. God bless. Much love. Peace out.